Hello everyone. Hello everyone. I hope that you're having a good Sunday so far. The market just opened up. As you can see, it was a gap up just a while ago as I started the stream. In regards to DXY, that's the chart that's here right now. This is the daily time frame, which is where we should be starting most of our analysis, since we are mostly intraday traders here. So today I'll be conducting analysis. I'll be giving you guys my views on DXY, Euro USD, GBP USD, ES, NQ, and the Dow, right? Or US 30 as some of you guys know it. But first, you guys know that we always start with the economic calendar. So looking at the economic calendar, tomorrow, which is Monday, is a bank holiday, a US bank holiday, right? So tomorrow I will not be even looking to trade. And if you're new, you should not be looking to trade tomorrow either, right? Tomorrow will either be extremely low volatility or low probability, right? And if prices has no volatility, then it's automatically low probability, right? On Tuesday, you can see that we have a red news event, but this comes after the bank holiday. And usually after bank holidays, we have low probability price action as well, right? So in my opinion, the best day to start trading will be Wednesday, right? As you can see, Wednesday, 8:30 a.m., 8:30 open New York time, we have two red news events. We got core retail sales and retail sales coming out at the same time, right? So this Wednesday should have a major impact on the week, in my opinion, than the other days, right? We can also see that Thursday has news being released in the morning as well, 8:30 a.m. New York time. So we can be looking for trades Wednesday and Thursday next week. I'll be updating you guys if price gets to any higher time frame levels that I think needs discussion. On Friday as well, we have news at 10 a.m. in the morning. So any day after Tuesday could probably give us a trade. Wednesday and Thursday is the days that I'll be looking at, mostly Wednesday, because it comes right after the day after the public holiday, right? I'm not going to say that I think the high and the low of the week for most asset class will be forming on Wednesday, but I think that's where I'm focusing at, to be honest. If not Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, so with this done, now we'll be conducting some analysis. So this right now is the daily chart of the dollar index, DXY. We always start our analysis with this, right? And during the course of this lecture or market analysis, I will not be introducing a lot of new stuff, but this is mostly to instill the things that I've taught you guys so far, right, into your mind. So I'll be showing you guys how to use everything and real time, of course, what to expect, what not to do when prices at a certain level between liquidity pools, when, you'll be picking up on when you should be waiting instead of trading, because the most profitable traders, they wait more than they trade, right? You can't just be, for example, between buy side and sell side liquidity right here. You can't find anything right here that's high probability, right? And whenever the dollar index is consolidating like this, then the entire market will be giving you low probability moves, right? You will see some asset class, you will see like some asset classes soaring and dropping, but that does not mean that it's high probability, right? You need the dollar index to be trending for you to have high probability moves, right? So right here we have price stuck between buy side and sell side liquidity, literally at equilibrium right now, basically at equilibrium. There's 50% range between this high and this low. I think that there's more liquidity above this high than there is above this low. The reason for this is because this is a previous week's high, whereas this is not, right? This is a previous week's high. The week prior to last week's high was formed on this Friday, the 5th of January, right? And if price begins to push above this, I would expect some retracement if price goes above this high. And I'll be looking for that. Same thing if price goes below this low right here. But until price breaks either this high or this low, then it's low probability. You got to learn how to wait sometimes, right? It will be the skill that treats you well. Waiting, right? You just wait for A plus setups. You don't want to be going in the market and guessing, right? You need everything to be on your side. So I'm waiting for price either break above this high or below this low in regards to the dollar index. As most of you guys know, the euro USD has a negative correlation in regards to dollar. So it moves in the exact way that the dollar index moves, but in the opposite direction, right? So if the dollar index goes up, then the euro should drop, right? Looking at this chart, you can see that this is obviously the daily chart where we'll be starting most of our analysis. We have a fair value gap below this sell side liquidity right here, and we have a balanced price range above this right here. You can see the gap right here. I didn't annotate it. I don't think I have to. So we have a balanced price range above this high, and we have a fair value gap below this low, right? So after Monday, so by Tuesday's open, the true week open will be established already. So we'll have that to use as a barometer, to measure our premium, where we are in the market, premium or discount in regards to time, right? So if, say, for example, the true week open is here and price goes below here, then, we could be looking for a buy setup in regards to the euro dollar. Probably nothing special, but, some volatility to either come back in the range or something. And the same thing if it goes above this high, right? So right now, we are in no man's land. There is nothing here to really do. You got to either wait for price to go above here or go below here in regards to the euro dollar. And GBP USD is probably worse, right? This is probably one of the worst charts right now. Either this or Dow Jones. So we have buy side here, and we have sell side here. We have no liquidity voids. We have no imbalances, no fair value gaps, nothing like that. So we have to either wait for Euro USD to do something or wait for this to break a high or a low right now, right? This is the most important thing that you'll learn, when to wait, your patience, right? It's better to be trading 2 or 3 setups per week. Even 2 is good than to be, trying to trade 5 times every day, just guessing, and that just won't work for you. During the week, if I see anything that needs to be updated, I will be doing a live stream. And looking at I think that the indices are clearer than the forex market at the moment. So ultimately, I think that the draw on liquidity is above these highs right here, these relatively equal highs. But also, we are in a low probability scenario, right? So we have the dollar index consolidating, we have the euro dollar consolidating. The dollar index consolidating is not good for the futures markets, right? So until we see price either drop below this low or this fair value gap, or breaks above this high, or drop below this low, then breaks above this high, then I see nothing worth doing at the moment. But ultimately, I think that this is the draw on liquidity before we, I think we're going to continue lower. I'm not bullish on the futures markets or the stock market at the moment, or Bitcoin or anything like that. But I think that we'll see one last push before we go down. Right, so we have this fair value gap right here, which is below this low right here. On the lower time frame, this is a 1 hour low, and this is a daily fair value gap. Right, if I drop to the 1 hour time frame, you'll see that we have this daily fair value gap below this low. And above here, you can see these relatively equal highs, almost equal highs right here. So right now, there's nothing to do, right? Price breaks above here, there will probably be something to do. Price breaks below here, and you see price form, proper market structure during the right time, then yeah, we'll be looking to buy something, right? Well, we'll be looking to buy this. And yeah, so that's it for the S&P 500 or US 500, as some of you guys know it, that trades CFDs. Looking at NQ, you can see that we have a similar scenario as with the US 500 or with ES, right? We got a fair value gap here, balanced price range right here. We have liquidity above this high, which is where I think price will be ultimately reaching for, right? So thinking about Power FT, you would like to see price consolidate a bit, drop, rally, right? Ultimately. And yeah, so currently I think that the ES is a little bit more, is probably cleaner than this, right? I don't know if this will reach here. Looking at ES is more likely to go into the fair value gap more than this is, right? So this is a balanced price range, as you guys know. I talked about this. This is one of the strongest fair value gaps that they are, right? One of the strongest imbalances. Looking at Dow, terrible price action. Nothing here at all to do. If you're trying to trade the Dow right now, you're an idiot. Sorry if you've been trying to trade and you take it as offense, but yeah, you are. You shouldn't look at this. There's nothing here to do, right? Yeah, you either want to see price sweep these lows or sweep this high, then give you proper market structure, at the right time before you can do anything at all. So for some of you, I need you guys to go back over through this, what I just went through with you guys. I'll be updating you guys throughout the course of this week, but at the moment, there's nothing here to do, right? There's nothing here to do. I promise you there. You're not missing out on anything at the moment. I'll more than likely be back with you guys on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll be having an advanced price action lecture this Wednesday. But during the course of this week, I think that we'll see some proper market structure, some proper moves. Not the best because it's still January, right? So yes, please go over this, mark your charts as how you see me mark them here. And yeah, for today, that's it. So I'll see you guys during the course of this week, multiple times. I'll be with you guys more than how I am usually, because the markets are looking like they're about to loosen up a little bit, right? Don't expect price to be consolidating between this high and this low for too longer, right? So yeah, talk to you guys soon.